Hello, welcome to episode 304. We're going to be making a translocator on a stick. In later versions you have more options of which item you can use to right-click detect. In fact, I think you can use any item by giving it an eat value and then making the eat value so high that you don't eat the item and it checks whether you've eaten it. But we don't have that in 1.19, so I'm using my carrot on a stick. What are we going to do? Well, we're going to shift and right-click to poop out a little marker. And then I'm going to teleport to it. We're going to teleport to it while keeping our relative coordinates to ourselves, not coordinates relative to that. And if there is no marker, we've got to check. If we go too far away, it's going to die. Bye. And now, no destination found. Okay, quick intro. That's what we're making. So let's make it now. Okay, let's start with the objectives. Now we're going to want 2, 1, 2, pop that down there, you have a bit of that, and let's do a setup. Okay, we want scoreboard, objectives, add, and I'm going to say used carrot on a stick, which will be of type used carrot on a stick. Done. And I want to know if the player's sneaking, so scoreboard objectives add is sneaking, which will be a custom. Oh, what's it called? Sneak time? Yes. Okay. We're done. Let's press that. Let's give ourselves the item. Boink, boink. A give. Oh, look, I've put it. I can't. It will frustrate me if it's on the second line and none of the others are. Sorry about that. There we go. Give at nearest player carrot on a stick. We do need a tag for it. Custom tag. We'll call it the Translocator true. I better make that. Oh, that's not a repeating one. Let's give ourselves one. We've got it. Cool. Let's make the controller. Right. This will be controller. This is the main controller. Right, the first thing we want to do is the player using the stick and they're sneaking, and are they holding the controller? So let's execute as any player whose scores equals, open and close, they've used the carrot on a stick. If that is successful, then we'll also check is sneaking. If that is successful, we'll also check their MBT to make sure they're holding the item. Selected item. We want to check a tag in that selected item. And the tag is Translocator true. Okay. And if all that's true, we'll run tag that player, add, let's say placing, they're placing a marker. Done. Right. Okay. Now, execute. If there is an entity, if any player has the tag placing marker, then we will run kill any entity that has the tag, what should we call it, marker teleport. So if there's one already existing, we're going to kill it, and we'll put down a new one. So they can only have one at a time. Execute as any player whose tag equals placing marker. In fact, we don't even need as, I don't think. We can just say at run summon a marker at those coordinates. It's going to have a tag, and we'll call it marker teleport. Okay. So, if they're doing all the stuff, so they're sneaking, they use their stick, they're holding their stick, we kill anyone that already exists for markers, we create a new marker, Let's play a sound as well. Let's go here and copy this beginning bit. Done. You want anyone who's placing the marker. And this time actually we will change this one. We'll do as that player at that player. Run play sound a block amethyst. Yeah, that's how you spell amethyst. Amethyst. Oh, chime. Play it on the master channel. We'll play it for that player at that player's location. Volume of 1, pitch of 1, minimum volume is 0. Done. And then we will say tag all players remove placing marker. Okay, so we can now place a marker down. We still have to remove their used carrot on a stick score and their used is sneaking score, but we'll do that right at the end because we might as well use this same controller. You shouldn't be a button. Use this same controller to teleport them there. So let's do execute as all players whose scores equals used coas equals 1 or higher, but they have to have no sneaking score. So we could probably do unless entity themselves scores equals is sneaking equals 1 or higher. So execute at any player whose scores, so they have used their stick and they are not sneaking. Yep, that's fine. Run tag that player with, I don't know, teleporting. Oops. Tag that player, add teleporting. Okay. So we want to teleport them to the marker. Okay, just teleport any player, tag equals teleporting to any entity, tag equals marker teleport. We'll have to limit it to 1. Sort equals nearest. That should be fine. Yeah. And as always, or as I often do, if I'm not sure, tag equals not dev. I don't want to get locked. I don't want to get locked in a teleport loop. So we'll put that in there just in case. Done. And what I'll do is tag myself remove. I've got location 1, I haven't got dev. Okay. Right. So that will teleport us. Yeah. So after we've teleported, let's play a sound, I suppose. Execute as any player, tag equals teleporting. It would then be at that player, run play sound. I think obviously it has to be what's the Enderman entity? Should be under Enderman dot teleport. There it is. Play it on the master channel. Who are we going to play it for? Play it for at S. Those coordinates 1 1 0. Oopsies, 0. So we've played a sound. After we play the sound, let's okay, after we play the sound, we just remove all the tags then, don't we? So this would be tag all players all players remove teleporting. This would be reset their use the stick score. Players reset all players use that carrot on a stick. And I'm just going to copy that put it back, and this would be reset their is sneaking score. I always feel like I've missed something. Let's put that on there, and I'm going to make another controller. That's not what I want. I'm going to make another controller, and this one is going to be controller, I don't know, extra. Let's execute at any entity tag equals marker teleport run particle. Let's use a weird particle. Let's use something different. What's it? Dust color transition. I don't think I've ever used this one in a tutorial before. Dust color transition. Right, it needs, first of all, it needs a color in the RGB. So I'm going to set it to purple. So let's have full red, no green, and full blue. That should be purple. And then next comes its size. I'm just going to say 1 for its size. Finally found out what that is. Next we need a color for it to transition to. So I'm going to go from purple to green. So green is no red, 1 green, no blue. It's happy now. Then we're going to need where we're going to play it. Then we're going to need how big is it going to be. How big do I want it to be? I don't want it to be too big, really. 0.1, that'll do. 0.1, 0.1, 0.1. Should we force it? Well, we don't want any speed. And I'll have a count of 1. And we'll force it so the player can always see it. Okay. Oh, done. Turn you on. Turn you on. Get the carrot on a stick. Right click. Oh, okay. So this we're making that teleport sound just by right clicking. See, I'm not happy about that. We don't want that happening. I'm not teleporting. Let's do a little crouch and click. Ah, we've released a little. We've released a little marker, and we do teleport to it. Okay. So let's go and stand over here. Shift click. Marker moves. That one dies. Let's right click, and we teleport to it. Right. There's a few things I want to change. Let's make it a little bit fatter. Let's make it a little bit 0.3, 0.3. It'll be 10 particles. Can we make it even lower though? Oh, it's too big. It's too big. Anyway, these are the particles. I'm just going to change it to that. I'll change that to a 5 and I'll stop playing with it, no matter what it looks like. That's cool, right? Because you can play around with that yourself as much as you like. Right, now you can, if you want, make it so it always centers to a square. So where are we summoning this thing? It's about number 3, isn't it? Summon marker. Here we go. Now we could probably do execute at the person. And if we do a line on the X and Z, a line on the X and Z. Oh my. A line on the X and Z. Third time lucky. There we go. Done. Now, whenever we do it, point. It's going to align square I'm in to the corner down there. That'll happen every time. So if I go here, square I'm in to the nearest corner here. Okay. Well, that's not the middle. Let's move it up to the middle. 0.5. Or just 0.5. Now, whenever we do it, it is in the center of the square I'm on. Now, I don't like doing that myself, but you can. The reason I don't like it is because if you are like this, so I'm fine, I'm not going to fall off, but if I set my marker is there now. If I teleport to that, I fall off. You see, that's why I don't like it. So I'm going to remove that. It's just there in case you want to do it yourself. Align. There we go. Done. Because now if I stand on the edge, right on the edge, shift, pop it there, I should be able to teleport back and not fall. It's a bit scary, but I'm not falling. Okay. So there's that little bit. We need to How can we kill it? I'll tell you what I want as well. I want to kill it if I walk too far away. Let's do that. We'll put that on the extra bit. Execute as any entity, tag equals marker teleport. Add itself, I suppose, because we need a distance check, so we'd have to know where to start the distance from. Add s, unless there is a player. Let's say nearest player. There's no need checking all the players, just check the nearest one. Is the distance equals, I don't know, 0 to 10. Yeah, you can put whatever you like, 0 to 10 or 10 and less. Although I don't see how they're going to be minus distance. There's something very strange is happening. 0 to 10 will do. Run, kill yourself. If you've got no friends nearby, then we don't want it to hang around. There we go, it's gone. Right, now let's fix this other problem. Still got the teleport sound. Okay. Let's clear the inventory. Getting a bit untidy there. Right, I think actually what we could do is we could add a message. If it doesn't find the marker, we'll add a message. We'll play a different sound. Yeah, let's do that. Okay, so where are we? Let's find these. That's a reset, yeah. That's a reset, yeah. That's part of the reset, yep. Let's take all three of those. Control middle mouse, all of them. And let's just put them over here. There we go, just so we don't have to type them in again. Boink, boink, boink. Cool. Right, what do we want to change then? So, if they can teleport, add the tag teleporting. That's fine. Yeah. Then the next one is teleport them. That's okay. Now let's say here, this is the one we don't want it playing the sound. So let's just make this conditional. That should be absolutely fine. Now if it does teleport them, it will play the sound. And if it doesn't teleport them, it's not going to play the sound. Okay, that's fixed. That was nice and easy. Okay, should we give it a test? Boing, boing, boing. Didn't even need to take them off for that. 1, 2, 3. Get myself another stick job. Here we go. Got one. That works. Run away. Okay, cool. Doesn't play the sound. It feels awful though because there's no feedback. So it's kind of like, is anything happening? Is it broken? Is it working? Don't know. There's no feedback. That's horrible. It's always nice to give people feedback. So this is a conditional checking if this did work. What we can do is we can make a conditional checking if this block didn't work. So let's fill the coordinates of that block, or let's get the coordinates of that block. And I will do execute if block, that block is a chain. If it's a chain command block, and oh no, that's block state. Don't want block state. There we go. And it's a success count of 0. So if it failed, run a tell raw. Let's have a tell raw for all players whose tag equals teleporting. What we're going to say. I'm just going to do one entry, so I don't need that list. We'll have a bit of text. No destination found. Color red. Done. Yeah, that's all right. And let's play a different sound as well. So let's put another block down. If this was unsuccessful, this one will run. If this one is successful, conditional, this one will run. And we will execute as any player whose tag equals teleporting at that player, run, play, sound, a note block, block dot note block, always confused, block dot note block dot, look at that bass drum, always catches me every time. I'm just going to use bits though. If you do use bass drum, make sure you realise they spelt it wrong. Bit master to the player at the player, volume of 1, pitch of 1. I have to go right down with the pitch of minimum volume of 0. Done. Okay, so this one is this is where we teleport them. If this command is successful, we will play the teleport sound. Then we go here, and this block says, was this block successful? If it wasn't, so we kind of got like an if-else here. If successful, do this. Else, do this and this. So that should be working. Let's get rid of that. Let's grab these back. 1, 2, 3, shift and middle mouse. Let's put them on the end. Like that. Beep, beep, bonk. Let's get rid of that. Okay. Right, just click. No destination found, and we got our little ding sound. Nice. Okay, let's do a shift click. We didn't really get any sound when... Why didn't we get a sound then? Is it just that it's really quiet? I think we should change that in case... I think chime is really quiet. Now, if you make this loud, higher than 1, it's just supposed to increase the range. It's not actually supposed to make it louder. But I find it does sometimes, which is weird. I'm going to have to change this because I think Amethyst's chime is really quiet. And I think the problem is... let's try break. Oh, okay. We've definitely got a problem with our play sound here. Let's have a look. Execute as anyone who's placing marker at S, run, play sound, block, amethyst. What on earth have I done here? Well, that is weird, isn't it? Let's try the teleport. That works. What have we done? Oh, look, there we go. Look, it's completely spelt the name wrong. It's amethyst block. You knew that. You knew that, and you were shouting at me. I'm sorry. Amethyst block dot chime. Done. Never be quiet. It's very quiet. It's a very quiet sound. I can hear it. I don't know if you can hear it. Now, if I change that to 10, that is definitely louder. And it's not supposed to be louder. It's just supposed to increase the range from which I can hear it. I suppose maybe it's louder is because this is playing at my feet. And effectively, I'm now, maybe a little bit closer to my feet. Who knows? Anyway, enough rambling about that. So, we can place it down. I'm going to change that from chime just so you can actually hear something happening. Right, we can put it down. Cool, we can teleport to it. Nice. We can go away and it disappears. If we try and there's no destination found. Right, now here's my last problem. This is something I want to fix as well. Let's put one down. I am facing towards those command blocks. It has teleported me forward, bang, and it's matched my rotation. Now, I don't think I want that. I think if you were playing a puzzle map, you'd probably want to keep your original rotation, because maybe you're up on a ledge or something. So I'm up on the ledge. I'm down here. I've got to go up there and then shoot a bow. So what I could do is I could line myself up with the target first. Okay, right, I'm lined up with the target. Teleport. Oh, my rotation's been changed. So let's teleport without changing our rotation. So where is our teleporting command? Roughly, okay, it's going to be this one here then. Yeah, because this is the one that plays the sound if the teleport's successful. So, okay, let's redo this teleporting command completely. At the moment, we're just teleporting me to marker. All right, let's get rid of that. Instead, I'm going to execute at the marker. Tag equals marker teleport, limit equals 1, sort equals nearest. So I'm going to execute at the marker as any player. Yeah, this is right. As any player whose tag equals teleporting. Okay. Run TP that player to the XYZ and the yaw and the pitch. Now, this is going to do exactly the same thing that we had a minute ago. But we can now have the advantage that in here, we can, as the player who's tagged teleporting, we can add rotated as that person. So we're going to keep our original rotation. We are going to execute at the marker. So we're running the command at the marker as the player who's teleporting, rotated as the player who's teleporting. So I'm now keeping my rotation. Now, after saying that, this better work, otherwise I'm going to look very stupid. Oh, there's no destination. I walked away. I look very stupid. Okay, let's put another one down. I went too far. We've got a limit of 10. Okay, now I can line up my shot. I can think, right, I'm down on the ground. I want to shoot over there. Just want to be a little bit higher. Oop, I jumped up. Much better. Okay, I think that's about it for now. Cool. Okay, then we've got a translocator on a stick. I went on a bit long. We could have done that much quicker, but I did want to explain the commands a bit as we were going through them. So we'll better do a nice quick little end. Boom, boom. There I am. If you did like it, please do press a like button. They do help. Very motivating. And I will see you soon. Take care and have a nice day. Bye-bye.